All right, y'all. So this woman on TikTok posted this video and she said that she thinks that she encountered a demon face to face. Let's just get right into it.
Listen up, y'all. There are beings that is walking this earth and they are not human. I just came from Kroger's. I just got off of work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to the bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long. I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart. I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way because I'm going to the international aisle to get some pasta and some other stuff. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that I need to get out of that aisle. So the first part of the aisle, I grab what I need to grab and I go about midways down. He's at the other end. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. So I'm looking for what I'm looking for. I can't really find it because he's throwing me off because he keeps staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. By this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm not on it. I'm about to just stare you down. So I turn to look at him. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that cart sitting in that aisle, I didn't even buy nothing from Kroger's. I left out and I came home. There is stuff, there is beings that is walking in this earth and they at the store, they at whatever, they look like us and everything else, but they are not human. I don't even know what to say.
She said his whole eyeballs, not just the pupil, but even the whites in his eyes turned black. Y'all remember, I don't know if this relates or not, and I never even really watched this, but Monique was talking about something similar. I've actually never seen this clip before, but she was talking about something similar as well. Hold on, let's check this out.
In New York, right? It was the first time I shared this story publicly. I was doing a show one night in New York, and this guy had on sunglasses in the front row. And I said, listen, I'm not going to keep coming back over here seeing you with these sunglasses. There's no
Hold on, let me change the speed just to normal because it sounds kind of weird.
sun in here, and you being disrespectful. I need to be able to see you, right? So he laughing, and I walk to the other side of the stage. I come back. I said, you think I'm playing? If you don't take them damn glasses off, Roseanne, he lifted up his glasses and everything was black.
Oh, he didn't have any eyes?
Did you hear what I said?
What?
He lifted up his glasses and everything was black. The energy I got from him was, do you want to comment? I look back at him and the energy I gave him was, I'ma mind my business and walk my ass back down to the other side of the stage because I want to keep my fat neck. I'm not questioning shit. Keep your glasses on. I bought him a drink too because I didn't want it to go no further. I didn't want him to be offended.
Oh, that's scary.
So, we don't know what
I
we
thought you
walking
meant
in.
he just had like black holes there with no eyes.
No. There was just complete black. Like it wasn't, it was like, it was as if take my eyeball, just make my eyeball all
Yeah.
black.
Yeah. No whites in
Yeah.
the eye. Just demonic, you mean?
I didn't get that feeling. Like I didn't get a feeling of evil. I just got a feeling of you really don't want to fuck with
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Okay. You really don't want us to go any further. And I was like, you're right, sugar. You're right. I'm gonna walk down here. You want to run? No, Hennessy. What you like?
I don't know. She over here buying the demons drinks and stuff. I don't know. I don't understand. Is that like a? Is there a unless I'm tripping? Is there a medical condition where your whole eye is black? Hold on. Medical condition where entire eye is black. Because I don't know how you could see that and not feel like that's something demonic. Nah, bro. They's talking about a hematoma or something. I'm talking about the whole eye is black, not if you got socked in the face or something. I don't know. You know, I was thinking about this because the first clip that we watched, I watched it last night and then I went to bed. And then I turned on some different, like, sometimes I listen to this nighttime prayer to kind of help me sleep at night. It's on YouTube. You turn it on and it plays different prayers. And they had mentioned Luke 10 because I was like thinking about this story and you know, the nighttime prayer had mentioned Luke 10. And specifically they were talking about in this verse right here, in verse 18, where Jesus says, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Behold, I have given you authority to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall hurt you. Nevertheless, do not rejoice in this, that the spirits are subject to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. So Jesus is telling us that all of the power that the enemy has access to, we have authority over that. We have more authority in the spiritual realm than the enemy has access to. And there's real evilness, there's real wickedness in this world, some of which is just now starting to be recognized on a mainstream level. And people are really starting to be like, you know what? There's a lot of nefarious activity going on. And people are seeing it with their own eyes. And I was thinking about this story last night and I was like, you know what? I was kind of tripping a little bit. I was like, man, you know, that's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. But then this verse came on on my phone. And I was like, wow, what are we afraid of? We have all power and all authority over the enemy, and nothing can hurt us. Nothing can kill us. Physically, our bodies are prone to injury. So physically, we could pass away, but spiritually, nothing can hurt us. We have all power and authority spiritually over the enemy. And even just the last part of this verse, where it says, nevertheless, do not rejoice in this, that the spirits are subject to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. So it's almost like Jesus is saying, like, you know what? Don't be afraid of anything because you have all power and authority over the enemy. There's nothing that he can do to harm you. But don't focus on that too much. Don't obsess over that too much. But remember the big picture and rejoice that your names are written in heaven. And that's why the enemy is so upset. That's why the enemy is so mad. Because just like the start of the verse said, Jesus said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. So Satan fell like lightning from heaven in an effort to become more powerful. Now look at us. We have all the power and authority over Satan, and our names are written in heaven. Can you imagine how much the enemy hates us? Can you imagine how much the enemy is trying to scare us? Can you imagine how much the enemy is trying to deceive us into thinking that we are less powerful than him? When in all actuality, we have all power and authority over the enemy, and nothing shall hurt us. And the reason why we all need to be reminded of this is because we're going to keep seeing and we're going to keep hearing about crazier and crazier things. It's going to increase. It's not going to decrease. We're living in some extremely biblical, prophetic times. But even as things keep getting more evil and more wicked and more confusing, just know that we have all power and authority over the enemy. And our names are written in heaven. Most importantly, so the enemy is going to try to throw some tactics. He's going to try to throw some demons at us. He's going to try to, get us off course, distract us. But that's all he can do is play games, stir up manipulation, and try to get us to fall for his stupid tricks. But none of that matters because we have all power and authority. So rejoice. But don't just rejoice over the fact that we have power over him, but our names are written in heaven. We're straight, regardless. Don't stress. Don't get anxious. Don't let the world get you down. I know we're human, so it's okay to be down for a moment, but bounce back quickly. Give that to Christ. Cast all your worries and cares onto Christ because he loves you and he wants to take on the burden for you. It's an interesting story, though. Super interesting story. I wonder if she posted like any follow-ups. Let me see. Hold on. No, I don't think she posted any follow-ups. I'll be keeping tabs to see if she posts any follow-ups. But man, very interesting times that we live in, right? Let me know what y'all think. Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.